Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video. We're here with all new New Year's 2020 content. So I'm super excited to see that we have such a fast turnaround from Ultimate Freeze to New Year's content, and we're gonna basically look at what is the most important sets to complete, how to get the Masters for free, and what you should probably get started doing. So first off, I noticed already by taking a quick look beforehand that the events are very small and on the generic live event Madden Today homepage. So you have three events. You have the Blitz 1, which is a 75 stamina repeatable 20-time event, which is just like the Ghost of Madden Boom or Bust live event. 75 stamina is a ton of stamina, which does honestly suck, to be honest, because the motion you get out of it is like a balloon every single time, and then like some other like collectibles. There's a Blitz 2, and then there's also this one special event that is basically like some sort of like one-time play, gives you a bunch of supplies for the New Year's Eve promo. So these are events, obviously they are autoplay, so it is up to you to use your stamina to grind. So a lot of people are deciding, hey, don't want to go back to NFL 100 now that Ultimate Freeze is kind of settled down, and go for those 92 overall NFL 100 players. Of course, you can get a 94 Centennial player if you get those 25 golden footballs, which have been hard to get. But for those that want to grind the New Year's promo, let's take a look at the sets, because there is a lot of new sets in the game for us to look at. So it will take you to the Madden Today. Make sure you go back out and go to New Year's 2020, and we are here. So there are new presents. Presents can be built through the previous stuff that you guys had at Ultimate Freeze. So that is really cool, because a lot of you guys probably still have some wrapping paper badges, that kind of crap, that you can put into to get yourself some of these elite gifts. Now the reward says that it's just going to give you a Lost Present 3. Now there's only a couple gifts for the New Year's promo. There are 2 golds, there are 3 elites, and of course the Diamond New Year's Eve, which is no longer available from what I know to get. You had to get it from that Cheers ticket Boom or Bust set, which I did after doing it like 7 times. I got one. Some of you got a ton of them from the freaking presents, which I opened up a lot of diamond presents and did not get one from a present. So for those of you that have that, that will also be something that is really dope. Maybe it's going to be one of these guaranteed players. But take a look at what else they have to offer. This promo is really cool because it really is a choose one thing that you really want to go for and focus your attention towards it, because it is going to be very easy for you to knock out 1 to 2 things very specifically. So if you decided to be an Ultimate Freeze Master participator and you got yourself the TJ Watt, which I did, you could go here and you basically can put in the video game badges, 1584 plus elites, 587 plus elites, and TJ Watt for a 2 overall boost. To be honest, I don't recommend these sets, honestly. It is going to be depleting a lot of your badges that you're going to want to keep for what is coming up later, and then it's going to cost a lot of money to get rid of all those elites. Honestly, try and sell them. They're going to be selling now for higher than ever, because people that do want the overall boost will try and go buy those off the auction house. So sell your elites if you have them. I don't think that it's worth it to do this for just a 2 overall boost, but if you have a lot of stuff, then go for it. But then when you start getting into some more interesting stuff, we can actually upgrade those video Boom or Bust Masters. Now this is probably irrelevant for like 95% of the community, because you didn't get one because you, 1, didn't do the set, or 2, did it and you didn't get all the way to the 50 packs, and it was a waste of your time. I have Nick Bosa and Patrick Peterson, thankfully enough. The grind for this is basically the same thing, just to get Patrick Peterson. Now, these cards are better, I would say, than the Ultimate Freeze Masters, but still, I'm not going to be focusing my attention on this, because what we want to focus our attention on is something that is much more beneficial, and that is down here, which is going to be these New Year players. So, first off, there are, of course, these exchangeable sets that you can do. These are basically exchanging any balloon badges for the New Year's Eve pack, which is going to give you 3 times New Year's balloons for trophies to select 1 of 3 of any Ultimate Freeze toy. But what I really like is this one right here. Now what's interesting is that this set actually has you turn in any toy badge for 1 select balloon pack, which is great because you can actually get toy badges by going back to your present sets, emptying out all the present sets that you don't want to complete anymore. And a lot of you guys will have a lot more badges, because one of the hardest things to actually get wasn't the badges when making presents, was the wrapping papers and those kind of things. So a lot of you should have these badges. So this is one of the sets that I'm going to be doing a ton. I'm going to be grinding this, probably putting all of them in here. Then of course any trophies that you guys have as well will also count as a badge. So let's say I can do what, like freaking like maybe 10, 20, 30, 35, 40 of these. That means I can get 40 balloons right off the bat. Then you have this one here as well, which is going to be any balloon badge for a combination of any Ultimate Freeze toy. So this is kind of like turning those balloons into toys to then do the other set. So a lot of these are just a bunch of exchange sets, but the goal is you want to get as many balloons as possible, because the promo is basically scattered around these different players. So 90 overall cornerback, 5 of your 84 plus overall elites, which obviously if you look at my team and from my grind, I have a lot of these from completing, and you can get yourself a free 90 overall. Super easy from grinding. I mean, by just spending all your stamina on one of the events, you'll be halfway through this Dunbar in terms of the balloons. Fairly simple to get, and you guys probably already have these on your team, so that is not too bad. And then, of course, you jump up in progression. You got to get 10 for the 91 overall Gardner Minshew. Then, of course, there is that T.Y. Hilton 92 overall wide receiver, which the card art for these is really dope. And it goes all the way up to the Bobby Wagner, Saquon Barkley, my bad, which is going to be 35 balloon badges, each of the balloon badges, and 8 of the elite players. So of course, in order to get 84 overall elite players, there is the set right above that you can complete, which is going to be any balloon badge, and then the 74 overall from the Freeze promo, but you also can get 84 overalls in the Freeze set. So check that out. So here's what you need to decide. 1, what player do you want? If you really want the Saquon, and it's the spread Saquon, then go for it, because that is what you're going to be able to get. Make sure you grind the live events as much as possible, use as much stamina as possible, make sure you're refilling your stamina, you're doing head-to-head arena, because that's going to give you the most stamina possible, and get yourself the Saquon Barkley by grinding the balloons. If you are a smaller overall team, want like the T.Y. Hilton or the Darren Waller, go for that. Get them. They're going to be easier than the Saquon Barkley. Now, there, of course, is this line option, which you probably have seen Noob Kill already complete the full line, because EA was helping him out with a bunch of Madden cash. So that is really easy to complete if you have a bunch of Madden cash. But in order to get the whole line, you have to get 100 of each one, plus 75 84 plus overalls. 75 elite players, which is a ton. From right here, I don't even have like 15 or 20, and I have probably more elites than most people. So that is a freaking haul. Or you can just select one of them for 35 and 8. But personally, I would rather go for like a Saquon 94 overall than for an offensive guard. So you actually can decide, hey, what do I want to go for? Do I want to go for the Saquon Barkley, or do I want to go for a defensive line player or an offensive line player? Personally, if you go to the defensive line select and click rewards, you're going to see that these are the options that you can get: the Mario Addison, the Robert Quinn, the Cameron Hayward, the Malik Collins, or the Bobby Wagner. So I personally want the Bobby Wagner, so I will be doing this set for 35. Now, they're saying if you're a whale, you have to spend a lot of money, then it's obviously better for you to do this one, because then, you know, if you do this one, then you're obviously going to be saving balloon badges. But at the same time, you're spending way more elite players, which is a ton of coins, and I just don't see this as a realistic option or move to go get the full offensive line. I think that's kind of stupid, and you can choose the scheme though. So my strategy would be, hey, choose one defensive or offensive line select, get 35 of each balloon, and then the 8 required elite players. If not, then just go for these straight up dudes. But I do not recommend doing the Patrick Peterson films or the Ultimate Freeze booms. If you want to go for some of these presents, because they are pretty cheap to do, you can do that. But also know that by doing that, you're going to be wasting basically, well, I mean, any toy badge, you're going to be wasting one balloon. So these are actually pretty fun to do if you have a bunch of the name tag, ribbon, and wrapping paper badges. Just do these elite presents because who knows what they're going to be. Maybe they'll help you towards getting some sets. Maybe one of them will have like 100 balloons, and that'll be awesome on New Year's Eve. So hopefully this was a helpful video. Just continue that simple grind. It's a very simple, easy lookout promo. So hopefully this was a little understanding. I do have a cold. I am kind of getting sick, so I'm trying to get better. But I'm going to be on my grind. I'll keep you updated with what I'm doing. I believe I'm going to go for Bobby Wagner or Saquon Barkley, and then I'll get you updated on how that works out for me. Love you so much. Catch you in the next video. Peace out.